Well, hello, good morning, and it's your old mate Dave Spencer, off another one of our transport adventures. This time we're in Llandudno, down in North Wales, when the whole of the transport community ups roots and heads off to the seaside for the weekend. And the Vehicle Restoration Trust is running much of the bus service, linking the Transport Festival with the Victorian Extravaganza Festival down in the town. And what are we going to see today? Well, we're going to see all sorts, aren't we? But we'll see what we see. There's a bit of an absence of our trust vehicles at the moment. A lot of our friends and other groups are busy at the moment. We'll do the same thing. I understand that our buses are carrying amazing numbers of people this year at the event, and it's an essential part of it, linking up the two separate locations. There's a constant queue of people boarding. Usually the front one's full, and then the next one behind it is filling up, already filling up. I think this one's almost ready for going. It's really a time zone, they just keep them going, shift the crowds as best they can. I think the strange thing at the moment is there's people arriving as well as going. Normally the time I get this far, they're all heading out. Anyway, not too many cars trying to get in now. Some people saying it's taking an hour to get this down a couple of hundred yards, but not quite sure. There must have been a bit of an exaggeration because there's nothing at all there now. Rather a nice duo. I think you'd be hard pressed to have sort of parked them up like that unintentional. I guess it's just serendipity, really. But a very nice serendipity. It's quite different in detail, of course. But when you've got something London in the mix, there usually are oddities, or there are little ways of doing things on London vehicles. Probably need a few more buses down there. Oh no, our Titan's out there somewhere. Oh, here comes one of ours. And another bus has just come in, as you might have figured. Well, the guy with the Southport bus heard me doing my narration and saying that Southport became part of the Merseyside public transport executive, and he lost his bananas there. He had a canary fit. And I said, well, I said it was Southport Corporation, and that became part of the PTE. Oh, don't mention that to me. And oh, I don't know. I think he needed to get on medication. I just waited for two very ignorant chaps to get out the way. My photography doesn't take a long time, but trying to keep it somewhat spared of bypasses. I don't really mind that much. It's just when they actually stop and then start nattering and having a cigarette and letting the dog pee over the bus. Our regular viewers will know that we were filming these in Widnes recently when he celebrated 50 years of Horton Transport, which alas of course is no more, and it didn't get taken over. It just was the routes mostly taken over by Arriva at very short to none notice, and others went to some of the smaller operators who stepped in where the big ones didn't want to go. So regular appearers on the area. This one, another Welsh bus, and up for sale, I note in the windscreen. I don't know how tight it is. I sort of worry about the mechanics and the body somewhat separately. Southern Vectors, the former operator on the Isle of Wight. And that body spells out its heritage like no other. Very popular destination for enthusiasts. Some great running days down there, and some lovely tours around, sort of beers and buses type of thing. Foden's buses and coaches never really got the same popularity as the lorries did, but there's some loyal followers of Foden, and they had a sort of attempt at entry back into the bus market, and that was during the early years that I was just getting into bus preservation and interest, and then you just stop then and have a look around. Another OB, quite a smart one. Always a joy to see. It's so much, it really sort of exudes its era, doesn't it? And they're a joy to ride in as well. It certainly does represent the vehicles of its era. And we return to the Bedford minibus. Well, if I thought the lorries were bad, I think the people around the buses are even worse. But there's not that many, there never is. It was a big day once at Llandudno on a Sunday, and or the Crosville buses used to gather. It was their annual gathering, but it's just dwindled and dwindled away. It's a great shame, but we've saved it and bought Merseyside to Llandudno from the Northwest Vehicle Restoration Trust, along with our friends. Well, right. Skip. Yeah. And it's great to see our buses out and about, supporting the bus rally element of the Llandudno well, Victorian Heritage Week in the town, and the Transport Festival outside on the fields. And not only do our buses tend to look good, the mechanics tend to be good as well. Just had to explain to somebody yet again what the Northwest VRT was, and once again they thought it was the preservation of VRs, sorry. Oh, we're just having a chit chat with our friends at the Northwest VRT, and it's sort of quite handy actually on the shirts where it's got the sort of VRT. People think we're something to do with VR restoration, well we could be, but Vehicle Restoration Trust. And but we're a great team, we're lovely people in it, and all working together for the one objective, and also as well as preserving the vehicles, also having a damn good time along the road. So volunteers and members very much welcomed.
Why don't you go to the beach? It must be jammed on.
And this one's actually absolute joy to ride on. Very lively ride, and it always gives something a little bit different to an occasion. Yet another Bedford OB.
With the canvas.
Not quite sure what's going to happen with the rain.
Do a canvas spread. All right. When you buy it, stuff it out. You want to buy it now?
And a reminder that there were sort of council type vehicles down in Llandudno, and a fairly rare vehicle really as a bus. And in present times, is it almost unique perhaps? Maybe. As I said earlier on today, that we've got quite a lot of film in the online transport archive covering the tramway, the light railway, which served Colwyn Bay and Llandudno. Well, hello, it's your old mate Dave, back with you at the end of our visit to the 2024 Llandudno Transport Festivals in Llandudno, and that's in North Wales for those that don't know it. And so I'm wobbling about here because the ground's not very stable. It's not that I've had a tipsy or anything, no, I've not been doing that. Anyway, it's been a pleasure having you along with us. We've met up with lots of friends here, particularly from the Northwest Vintage Restoration Trust, and our fleet of vehicles that we brought along to support the festival, and of course for all you joining us and everybody else that we've had a little chat with along the way today. Meanwhile, back at home, Mandy and our friend Sue are cooking away, getting us a lovely Sunday dinner, and looking forward to that. I might have to pop by the shop though and get an ice cream just to put me on to getting home. And so, from Mandy and Sue, God bless, and we'll see you all again soon, we hope. Bye bye everybody, bye bye.